Hello everyone, welcome to e-learning nuggets. In today's video session, I am going to tell you how to analyze the different type of loops like for loop, while loop or do while loop and how many times the loop runs. This is an important question which will be asked in part A section of your board exam. For this, you need to also look at my previous video, that is nested for loops and the for loops, which I have already posted on the YouTube. Come, let us start our lesson now. Let us begin our lesson today. Write the output of the following loop construct. See, this question was asked in last year 2019 exam. I have numbered the loops here. See, for the detailed video of how the for loop and nested for loop works, I have given in another video. Please refer to that video, because for these kind of problems which comes for 2 marks, you have to have a good understanding of how the for loop works. So here I have numbered it. The initial value is 1, the test condition 2, then it comes into the loop body. So here, if you see, there is a if block. If I modulo 2 equal to 1, continue. So this I am taking as one set of statements. Then you have to print the value of I, and then it goes to I minus minus. So let us analyze this problem now. So here I have written the same thing in this paper. Okay. So here I is equal to 5. So initial value of I is 5. 5 is greater than equal to 1. It is true. Now we have to see if 5 modulo 2 equal to 1. That means the remainder is, we are getting it as 1. So 2 is here, 5 is there, 2 2s are 4. So we are getting the remainder 1. But after that there is the statement continue. Continue, what it does, it is a jump statement. So it is going to skip this particular iteration and it will go to the next iteration. That means here it is not going to print anything. But the loop has run one time. Okay, the loop has run one time, and here if you want in the side you can just mention this, the loop has run one time. Here it is I minus minus, not plus plus, it's a decrement operator. So here we have 5, so 5 minus 1, it is going to become 4. So now I has become 4. 4 is greater than equal to 1, true. Now we have 4 modulo 2 which is equal to, it is 1. So this is false. In this case it is true, it is going to continue. If it is going to become false, then this block is not going to work at all. It's a simple if. Only if this condition is true, it is going to do the continue. Otherwise, it is just going to not work here. It is just going to come and print I. So what is I for me here? It is going to print 4. Okay. So now again it will become 4 minus 1, 3. Now I has become 3. 3 is greater than equal to 1. It is true. So again 2 times the block has, it has worked. Okay, because here in this question, they have asked in the question how many times the loop works. So there are 2 parts of that question. You should be observant, because 2 marks, 1 mark each will be asked. Okay, now coming back to this, 3 modulo 2 is equal to 1. It is true. It will not print anything. Now 3 minus 1 is 2. Now I will become 2, so it's already now worked 3 times. Okay, the loop has run 3 times. Okay, I'll just put here. So now I is equal to 2. 2 is greater than 1. It is true. 2 modulo 2 is not equal to 1. So this is false, but it is going to print I. Okay, and here it is going to become 2 minus 1, 1. So I is 1. 1 is not greater than 1. 1 is equal to 1. Okay, again it is going to run this loop. So it is 1 modulo 2. See, whenever this is a smaller number, okay, remember that 1 will be the remainder. If it is 9 modulo 2, 9 modulo 15, 9 is smaller than 15, 9 will be the remainder. So whenever there is a smaller number, that will be the remainder. So here it is going to be true. It will not print anything. But again, if you see here, the loop has run here. When it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 times it is run. Okay, so the answer to this question will be the loop runs 5 times. Okay, and the output is what? You get it as 4 and 2. Okay, hope this is clear to you. Go to the next problem. Okay, Okay, now let us see. X is equal to 5, y equal to 60, while x less than equal to y they have given. Okay, and y is equal to y by x, and they have asked you to print y. So this is our loop. So we will put the value of this x and y here. So first time it is going to be 5 is going to be less than 60. This is true. Okay, the while loop is also a pre-tested loop. Yes, so 5 is less than equal to 60. So it enters into this particular block of statements. So y is equal to y by x. So what is this? This is 60 by 5. 60 by 5 is how much? 12. 12 5s are 60. Okay, and it is going to print y. So let me write here the output. So it is going to print y. So it is going to print 12. Fine. After that, after this, it is going to go on the top of this loop again. It is coming here. Now what is the value of y for us? 12. So it is going to print till this is going to be less than equal to x is less than equal to y. So x is how much? X is constant. It is remaining same. So is 5 less than equal to 12? Yes, 5 is less than 12. Okay. So now it will become y is equal to 12 by 5. 12 by 5 is how much? It's an integer division. Okay. 5 2s are 10. So this value we have to take. We are not taking the decimal value. So now y has become 2. Okay. So now y has become 2. Yes. So now it is going to print this 2 here. Now it is going to come on the top of this loop again. So when it comes to this top of this loop here, see here, you are going to say now while 2 x is how much? X is 5. 5 less than equal to 2. This is false. Yes. So it is not going to go in this loop and work. So how many times the loop has run? 1, 2. You should not consider that going here and making false. That should not be given. So you should say the loop has run 2 times. And what is the output that you have got? You got 12 and 2. Okay. So hope you understood this question. So here the output will be 12 and 2. And how many times the loop has run? It has run 2 times. Okay. Now let us look at the third question. What will be the output of the following code int m equal to 2, n equal to 15? So here, if you see, for int I equal to 1, I less than 5, I plus plus, here they have already put a semicolon. What does this semicolon mean? It means that this is a null loop. So you don't have to do anything here. Okay. And after that you are having m plus plus. So it is a operator which is, it's a post fix operator. That video also have made. You just check it out. So it is m plus plus. So they have asked you to print the value of m here. So the value of m will be 2 plus 1. M will be 3. Okay. And here you have minus minus n. It's a prefix operator. Here the value of n is 15. So the value of n will be how much? It will be 14. So this is the answer. So you should not go and do all this, any of the working here, because there is a semicolon. The semicolon is there means it is what? It is a null loop. So you should be very observant in your paper and do it carefully.